Well, so that I don't go on too long, because Bill and I go back about 56 years. I figured that out this morning. If I talk for more than 2 hours, Richard, raise your right hand. I'll know I should wrap it up in about an hour.
I'll do it.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, talking about Vietnam, I remember when you came home from Vietnam and you came out to Minnesota, and we were talking about it, and because a lot of the same people were still living, O'Rourke and all that. And you said to me, no one cares. I mean, it's kind of like you're all busy getting married, raising families, and you're getting on with it. And frankly, no one did care about Vietnam. It was almost like something you wanted to put behind you, whether you were there or not. And I remember thinking I wanted to say, oh, we really do care. We care that you served and we care that you're home. But you were right. I mean, it was sort of like, no, that wasn't what it was about. It was about getting on. And I think it was, it's sad as a country that all those soldiers came home from Vietnam and there was no welcome. And I mean, unlike World War II, where they tended to come home in mass from Vietnam, you tended to come home almost one at a time. I mean, you did your time and came home, so there wasn't the parade. But those were hard times, but those were also times that kind of drew us together. I look over the 56 years that you and I have spent together, and it's like, I mean, if you want to, we can just go on forever telling stories, funny stories, and this, that, and the other thing. But I don't think friendships that last this long are based on simply good times. I mean, if you think back to people you hung out with in grade school, or people you hung out with in high school, there's often really close friendships get formed, and then high school ends and the friendship ends, and you move on with life. And I think what holds people together is some kind of value system, some kind of sharing of some level of honesty. And over the years, I think, you and I have always made an effort to be honest with one another. And I've turned to you time and time again for advice, and I think it's mutual, And when I say the honesty part, I was talking to Richard last night, I said there are times, where a friend asks you for your advice, and you think about their problem, and you think about a solution, and you say, I haven't the vaguest idea what the hell you should do, I mean, it's like, we don't always have all the answers. It's been a wonderful trip, Bill,
Likewise.
And depends on what happens on the other side. Get us a good table, order me a Belgian beer, and I'll meet you there. So, but it's been fun. The whole thing was fun.
All right, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.